Welcome back everyone to the studio. Today we're going to be doing another heritage page for my albums of my grandparents who are no longer, no longer with us. So wanted to dedicate a couple pages to them. And to do this, I'm going to be using our add-in sheets in the current catalog, which is the January, February catalog. And these are our mix-in sheets. And what this means is that these papers mix in with any collection that we have in the current catalog. And you can use them on other things also. And here are the front sides of the papers, and in these little circles are the back side of those papers. So, as you can see here, this is the one I'm going to use right here for this collection. I'll also be using an older collection in with this called For Always. It's from an older set. I think it was last year, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll be using two different, well, one collection and then the add-ins or the mix-ins. So I just wanted to show you. So that's page 27 of the current catalog. So let me put that away. And let's roll the intro. And I think I'm going to close my shades because I'm having quite a bit of reflection here. And I'll be right back with you. Roll the intro. Much better. Close the shades and I've got my overhead light on. So, what I wanted to do before we get started, I'll lay these papers out while I'm talking on my VersaMats, is at the end of this video today, I am going to announce the first winner of the stamp set and thin cut set that I'll be sending out, which is about a $30 value. So I will be getting that out to the person I announce at the end of the video. And we'll be doing the same thing the full year, this whole year, while I'm getting this channel off the ground. As you know, I also have another channel that's for my husband and I. So we've been down this road before, and it's kind of, by giving away a stamp set, trying to get these straight in here for my video, it's a way of just me thanking you and also you helping me get this new channel off to a great start. So if you would, and you can enter as many times as you want, all you have to do is leave a comment below. You could just say hi, whatever it takes. We just need to get the channel off the ground. We need to get it to 1,000 subscribers. So any help would be greatly appreciated. So now that we're done with that, let's get started. Let me pull out my tape. And I think I've lost a little bit of sticky here, so I wanted to put these down on the VersaMat. Okay, there we go. So this is a picture of my grandparents that I absolutely love. My grandfather, his name was Isaac. My grandma was Bertha. They were a kick. And mainly my grandfather was a kick. He was, as any of my cousins will attest to, he was a kick. So this picture here just shows him at his personality. This is obviously when they were very young and married. I believe this probably was in Kansas, if I'm not mistaken. Then, let me pull up these other pictures I wanted to share. So here's another one in their younger years. Another one. Don't they look like Bonnie and Clyde there or something? That mom's fur coat there. Then I'm going to throw in some pictures of my grandparents in their older years. And this is my grandfather, and he unfortunately died of liver cancer. And my grandparents, again, when I was pretty young. That's my grandma and I, who I adored, obviously. Sitting in their house. Look at this picture. I think that it might have been our house or my mother's house. But look at this picture on the wall. Just cracks me up. And this is my high school graduation with my grandparents. They were there for all that, important stuff in my life, including my wedding, my first wedding, actually. So I love them to pieces. So those are the pictures I'm going to record. And you might ask, why so many pictures? Because I love them. Anyways, let me grab the die cut that I'm going to be using. This is a 3x3 photo frame. These things are in the current catalog, and it has come and gone out of stock because people have just loved this. So you'll see how I'm going to use that today. We'll see if that pans out the right way. And the other thing that I thought was very, very interesting is I found this in all of our history information. This is a war ration book, a page from it that my grandmother obviously used when they went to go get groceries back in the day during the war. So they moved from Kansas to Southern California when they moved out here. So on this piece of paper, I want to say this was from Felicity Jane, if I'm not mistaken. This is going back to the paper you can see on the back side of it from For Always. So let me put these aside for a minute. I'm going to put out or lay out. I think this page should come together fairly quickly. What I wanted to do is I want to lay these. I think this is Felicity Jane too, if I'm not mistaken. You can tell I'm down to using some scraps in this collection. This is definitely For Always. This I had ripped on with some glue, so I'm just going to use this side of it. And obviously it's important on this piece of paper to cut this directionally because the wording here, and you can read some of it, is going in this direction horizontally. And we're going to do that there. So the next thing is I have cut a bunch of these frames from 3 different papers. So I'm going back to this heart paper, which is near, or it's around this war ration. And let me back this up for just a minute. These I'm going to be putting in here. This is the mix-ins again from January, February paper. These are the tear strips or the branding strips, whatever you would like to call them. So then what I want to do is I'll be putting a photo up in here. Here. And I want to get some room in there so I can see some of the striped paper or plaid paper below. So, and what's going to help us here is that I can follow the lines in this handwriting paper down here to make sure things are straight along with our VersaMat. So this plain black one's going to go in here again. I want to do this opposite of the other paper, and that'll go in there. And that's where all those little photos of my grandparents will go. And then I'm going to be putting some tags down here as to who's in the photo, what year it is, if I have that information. So I think what I want to do is, I think this was, I'll put this underneath when I lay these out. My grandmother and I here. I'm trying to put these in age sequence as best I can. I believe that one would be there. That one would be there. And then I think what I want to do is put that up in there. So let me get these glued down and I'll be back with you. And then what we're going to do is we're going to figure out where all the little bits and pieces are going to go together. So let me put you on hold for a minute and I'll be back. Welcome back. I've got everything taped down. I'm trying to accessorize all the pictures. I wanted to show this to you first. This is new I think this was in one of their catalog too, but these are called die cut strips or word strips. and they're very, very inexpensive, and they're really made out of a good quality material. I don't know if you can kind of hear that in the video, but they're like a cardstock, or not a cardstock, but more of a, between a cardstock and a chipboard. What I've decided to do is put these under each of the photographs, and I print most of my journaling on, it's a matte clear label paper, which is from Labels Online. I'll link it below, and on this type of thing that's going to be around forever, I really just want it to be real simple reading, not in my handwriting, so someone can read it later on in years. So that is what that is over there. On this one, on this page, what I'm going to do is I'm going to label this or layer it in some black so it stands out. And I'll put their full names on here so we have those for history. Then here are some bits and pieces. This came off of the one collection, and it's dropping off my mind right now what it's called. For Always, off the sticker sheet. And then what I've done is I've lined it in some black cardstock. And I'm thinking I'm going to put that there. And this also came off of the, I've layered these up because I made a boo-boo there. These came off the sticker sheet too, and what I've done is I've just put some I'm having a problem with words again, I apologize. Non-stick static powder. I've rubbed it on the back, so they're not really sticky anymore because I can then play around with them as I want. Let me see what else I have here. These are, as you can tell, if you can hear it, these are some acrylic arrows. They came off of the Hey Handsome collection from last year. And I think I want to put those up in there. We'll have to see how this all looks. Then there are these sheets that you can buy that have all these little, there's several different colors. There must be 5, 6 different colors where you can have all these punch outs on one sheet. I'll link those below also. And I want to come over in here and I think do something over here. I'll just kind of put you on fast forward while I do all this stuff. To show these to you, these are just like little gummy, let's see if I can get that closer, and you just roll them up like in a little ball. And I have found these are the best things to use on acrylic pieces. They just stick really well. They give you a little bit of a dimension, not much, because you don't want much because the acrylic pieces are already have some dimension to them. So what I'm wanting to do is put that in there. See if I can make it straight somewhat. The arrows themselves are a little wonky. All right, let's do one more. Take the ball off. Squish it on there. One more. Put this down in here. And I'm gonna have to wait to, I think I mentioned it previously, but I'm gonna wait to put the label or the identification marks on these banners here until I get my my label paper, because it's really the only one I like to use. So on this one right here, so it'll relate to both sides of the page here, this side and this side, I'm going to put down paternal grandparent, or excuse me, maternal grandparents, and it'll go to both sides of the paper here. I've got something coming up over here. Okay, let's get this down. Okay, I'm back, and the big winner of the die cut and stamp set is going to a Sydney Cope, K-O-E-P-P 3655. So Sydney Cope 3655. If this is you, my email is below at the very end of all the material list. My email is below. Send me an email with your mailing address, and I'd be happy to get this off to you. And if you could just reference back to the comment that you made so I know that's you, just so I make sure this gets to the right person, I would appreciate that. And again, this contest is open to anyone throughout the year. I will be giving away a set every month. All you have to do is leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what you think of the videos, or if you have any other suggestions. Constructive criticism is always welcome, but you could just say hi, and please enter as many times as you'd wish. And at the end, or actually the beginning of the next month, I'll be giving away the next set. So the beginning of March, I'll be giving away the next set. So hang on, I will get the still shots of these sheets so you can get a close-up look at all of them. I will have them after the end of this video, and until next time, bye-bye.